This is the greatest script writer of all time, Roger Goodell here. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with everyone. The new script has been unleashed to start the 2025 season. We had to kick Jalen Carter out the game so that it would be close on opening night. Otherwise, the Eagles would have won by 30 points. Can't have that in the first game of the season. Anyways, fly, Eagles, fly.
All right. Your reigning, defending Super Bowl 59 champions Philadelphia Eagles defeat the Dallas Cowgirls during banner night, first game of the season, 24-20. This was a really interesting game. I want to say it was a really fun game as well. We saw a lot of things that I didn't think we'd see. Like, for example, we're just going to get to it right away. Jalen Carter, of course, getting ejected for spitting on Dakota Fanning. Now listen, should he have done that shit? Absolutely not. I mean, that's uncalled for. You're a Super Bowl champion. Dakota Fanning will never even make an NFC Championship game. So I don't know why he took it that personal and didn't just sack him 3 or 4 times in the actual game. But yeah, Dakota Prescott, we saw you start it. We saw you instigate it. We know exactly what you were doing, and you were able to get away with it. So Jalen Carter gets tossed out the game. Besides that, the game started out really weird. Our run defense was awful the majority of the game. That has a lot to do with Jalen Carter not being in there, but still, they were able to run the ball down our throats to start the game. And what I noticed was that our front four was getting to the quarterback. They were getting to Dakota Prescott, but they weren't getting the sack. He was really good at throwing away the football or throwing it to CeeDee Lamb, which leads me to my next point. Adoree Jackson fucking sucks, bro. For some reason, the Eagles defense thought it was a good idea to put Adoree Jackson on their number 1 receiver. The receiver that Dakota Prescott trusts the most. Why would you put Adoree Jackson on their number 1 receiver? That should have been Quinyon Mitchell from the beginning. So Adoree Jackson, who sucks and shouldn't be playing or starting, gets burned by CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb is good at football. And of course, Dak Prescott. I'm going to call him Dakota Fanning for the rest of the video because that's what he is. Dakota Fanning just finds CeeDee Lamb almost every time. He had like 100+ yards receiving. That's going to happen. And I was just surprised that they would put Adoree Jackson on CeeDee Lamb. Will Shipley showed me some flashes tonight that he could be a really good backup running back for this team. But they got him started early. I think he had like a 7-yard rush and then caught a pass for 20 yards. So he was really decent. I really like the backup running backs. I wanted the Eagles to draft Cam Scatterboo for that role, but A.J. Dillon and Will Shipley will do just fine. Jalen Hurts' progression and growth has to be studied. Jalen Hurts this season is doing the things that we've been wanting to see out of him for the longest time. No longer will we see the starts of the season where this dude fumbles, doesn't know where to go with the football, and just takes sacks for no reason. I think those days are over. Jalen Hurts was making really, really good, smart decisions with the football, getting net positive plays on the field. If a throw wasn't there, he wasn't trying to force anything. He ran the ball. I think the first 2 scores were rushing touchdowns, without the tush push, by the way. Jalen Brown, Jesus Christ. A.J. Brown only had 1 target, 1 catch. Because that's probably what the defense gave Jalen Hurts. He took what the defense gave him. He didn't try to force anything. Yeah, he had a couple of plays. I think he had like a sack that he basically couldn't avoid. But yeah, really impressed with Jalen Hurts. And if this is the Jalen Hurts we're going to see all season, the one that doesn't turn over the ball, that makes smart decisions with the football, and doesn't try to force passes, we might win more than 12 games, which is what my prediction was early in the year. Like seeing that out of hit. But Dallas, give credit to Dallas. Dallas hung in there. They absolutely stopped the run, which is the biggest question mark heading into this game was you traded away Micah Parsons. How are you going to stop the run now? Because he was better at stopping the run than Kenny Clark was. Yeah, they swallowed Saquon Barkley up. I think a lot of people had Saquon Barkley on the over for his rushing yards. Yeah, that didn't happen. And I knew this game would be close because it's a divisional game, first game of the season. People are just getting the rust out the way and stuff. So I knew it wasn't going to be a blowout. There could have been a chance Dallas could have won, but I think after the Micah trade, that opportunity kind of like flew past them really. And let's be honest, the only reason why the Cowboys got that many points on the board is because of the penalties. The penalties killed the Eagles tonight. Just dumb penalties. I'm not talking about the no fun league penalty for 15 yards for taunting, which is absolutely insane. How do you expect people to get into your product? If I'm a defensive end or a pass rusher and I tackle your running back behind the line of scrimmage, yeah, I'm taunting. That gets you excited. That gets you into the game. But no, it's a 15-yard penalty because we want to increase more sportsmanship. Listen, sports is better when you have personalities and people showing their emotions on the field after they do great shit. If someone scores a touchdown after a 60-yard bomb, I expect them to celebrate it like they did something, because they did. And the NFL is taking these things away. It's horrid. But yeah, I think at one point it was 7 penalties for 90 yards. You can't have that. Like, they need to be more disciplined going into the next game, because next week against Kansas City, you're going to need to be disciplined against that team. That team's just not going to allow you to have 7 penalties for 90 yards and you're going to get a win. You're going to have to clean that up. No turnovers, though, which is a really, really good thing to see. Jihad Campbell is going to be a menace. This dude was flying all over the field tonight, and it was awesome. And the Mokuba dude is also going to be a menace. Those 2 draft picks are going to be awesome again. Howie Roseman winning the draft once again, back-to-back years. But yeah, this was a really, really interesting game. Yeah, the Thunder delayed the game, and I think the Thunder delay caused the score to stay low. I think because once we forced that fumble of Miles Sanders, I think if we would have gotten that ball back, we would have scored 7 and the game would have been over there. But, you know, the fumble happens and we have to stop the game for an hour, and that killed all the momentum. So, and you saw that with the players, like they just were slow. Both offenses really couldn't do anything to start back up. So there was that. But yeah, man, this was a really good win against a rival. The Dallas Cowboys are probably going to be better than we expected. They might even make the playoffs. I think this team is better. Now they have Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, but to me, they're still the Dallas Cowgirls as long as they don't make the NFC Championship game. Make the NFC Championship game and you will get your full legal name back. Now, talking about next week's matchup against the Chiefs, we are ready to go. This team is ready. We are ready to take down Patrick Mahomes, Taylor Swift's husband, and Andy Reid in Arrowhead. The Kansas City Chiefs will go down to the reigning, defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.